Yeah. So, no. It's just, ah, ah, mm. This is okay. Ah, yeah. Mississippi. Bitch. With her. Okay. One something. Fathers. Oh. Mother at rest. At last. Oh, the black ball. The black ball. The darkness, the hell's that? Slight improvement. Bowels. Bowels. On a memorable equinox. Aha. Farewell to love. Oh.
$39 today. Sound as a... 39 today. Sound as a bell. Apart from my own weaknesses, and intellectually, I have now every reason to suspect at the crest of the wave, or thereabouts. Celebrated the awful occasion, as in recent years, quietly at the wine house. Not a soul. Sat before the fire with closed eyes, separating the grain from the husks. Jotted down a few notes on the back of an envelope. Good to be back in my den, in my old rags. Have just eaten, I regret to say, 3 Twinkies, and only with difficulty refrained from a 4th. Fatal things for a man with my condition. Cut 'em out. Oh, the new light above my table is a great improvement. With all this darkness round me, I feel less alone. In a way, I love to get up and move about in it, then back here to me, Krapp. The grain. Now, what I wonder do I mean by that? I suppose I mean those things worth having when all my dust has settled. I close my eyes and try to imagine them. Extraordinary silence this evening. I strain my ears and do not hear a sound. Old Miss McGlone always sings at this hour, but not tonight. Songs of her childhood, she says. Hard to think of her as a girl. A wonderful woman, though. Shall I sing when I am her age? If I ever am. No. Did I sing as a boy? No. Did I ever sing? No. Just been listening to an old year, passages at random. I did not check in the book, but it must be at least 10 or 12 years ago. At that time, I think I was still living on and off with Bianca in Cadar Street. Well, out of that, Jesus, yes, oh, hopeless business. Not much about her, apart from a tribute to her eyes. Very warm. I suddenly saw them again. Incomparable. Oh, well. Oh, those old memories are gruesome. But I often think them the help before embarking on a new retrospect. Hard to believe I was ever that young whelp. The voice, Jesus, and the aspirations, and the resolutions. I'm meant to drink less, in particular. Statistics. 1,700 hours out of the preceding 8,000 odd consumed on licensed premises alone. More than 20%. Say 40% of his waking life. Plans for a less engrossing sexual life. Last illness of his father. Flagging pursuit of happiness. Unattainable laxation. Sneers at what he calls his youth and thanks to God that it's over. No false ring there. Shadows of the opus magnum. Closing with a yelp to Providence. Oh, God. What remains of all that misery? A girl in a shabby green coat on a railway station platform. No? When I look,
oh, the days of night is drawing near. Shadows.
back on the year that is gone, with what I hope is perhaps a glint of the old eye to come, there is, of course, the house on the canal, where Mother lay a-dying in the late autumn, after her long viduity, and the
House.
dying in the late autumn, after her long viduity, and the
Duity. Like the duity. State or condition of being or remaining a widow. Or widower. Being or remaining. Being or remaining. Deep weeds of the duity. Also, of an animal, especially a bird, the vidua, or weaver bird, black plumage and the vidua bird, vidua bird.
Bench by the weir, from where I could see her window. There I sat in the biting wind, wishing she were gone. Hardly so, just a few regulars, nursemaids, infants, old men, dogs. I got to know them quite well. Oh, by appearance, of course, I mean. One dark young beauty I recollect particularly. All white and starch. Incomparable bosom. With a big black hooded perambulator. Most funereal thing. Whenever I looked in her direction, she had her eyes on me, and yet, when I was bold enough to speak to her, not having been introduced, she threatened to call a policeman, as if I had designs on her virtue. Oh, the face she had. The eyes, like a chrysolite. Oh, well, I was there when... the blind went down. One of those dirty brown roller affairs. Throwing a ball for a little white dog as chance would have it. I happened to look up, and there it was. All over and done with, at last. I sat on for a few moments with the ball in my hand, and the dog yelping and pawing at me. Moments. Her moments. My moments. The dog's moments. In the end, I held it out to him, and he took it in his mouth, gently. Gently. A small, old, black, hard, solid rubber ball. I shall feel it in my hand until my dying day. I might have kept it, but I gave it to the dog. Ah, well. Spiritually, a year of profound gloom and indigence until that memorable night in March, at the end of the jetty, in the howling wind, oh, never to be forgotten. when suddenly I saw the whole thing. The vision at last. This I fancy is what I have chiefly to record this evening. Against the day when my work will be done, and perhaps no place left in my memory, warm or cold, for the miracle that... for the fire that set it alight. What I suddenly saw then was this, that the belief I had been going on all my life, namely... Great granite rocks, the foam flying up in the light of the lighthouse, and the wind gauge spinning like a propeller. Clear to me at last that the dark... I've always struggled to keep under is in reality my most...
God damn it. You talk. God.
unshatterable association. Until my dissolution of storm and night with the light of the understanding and the fire. My face in her breasts and my hand on her. We lay there without moving. But under us, all moved and moved us. Gently, just up and down, from side to side. Past midnight. Never knew such happiness again. The earth might be uninhabited. Here I end this.
Read what we want.
Up a lake with the punt, bathed off the bank, then pushed out into the stream and drifted. She lay stretched out on the floorboards with her hands under her head and her eyes closed. Sun blazing down, bit of a breeze, water nice and lively. I noticed a scratch on her thigh and asked her how she came by it. Picking gooseberries, she said. I said again, I thought it was hopeless and no good going on, and she agreed, without opening her eyes. I asked her to look at me, and after a few moments, she did. But the eyes just slits because of the glare. I bent over her to get them in the shadow, and they opened. Let me in. We drifted in among the flags and stuck. The way they went down, sighing before the stem. I lay down across her with my face in her breasts and my hand on her. We lay there without moving. But under us, all moved and moved us. Gently, just up and down, from side to side. Past midnight. Never knew such...
Just been listening to that stupid bastard I took myself for 30 years ago. Hard to believe I was ever as bad as that. Thank God that's all done with anyway. Oh, the eyes she had. Everything there. Everything. All the. Everything there. Everything on this old knockball. All the light, all the dark, the famine, and the feasting of the ages. Yes! Let that go. Take his mind off his homework. Jesus. Oh. And maybe he was right. Maybe he was right. Nothing else to say. Not a squeak. What's a year now? A sour cud and an iron stool. 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 I reveled in that word. Stool. Oh, happiest moment in the last 500,000. Mm, 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 mm. 17 books sold. Of that, 11 at trade price to free rotating libraries across the seas. Getting well known. £1.06 or something like that. No, 8. Yeah. I have little doubt. Crawled out once or twice before the summer got cold. Sat shivering in the park, drowning in dreams and burning to be gone. Not a soul. Glass fancies. Keep 'em down. Scalded the eyes out of my head reading Effie again. 1 page a day. Tears in my eyes. Effie. Could have been happy with her. Up there on the Baltic, with the pines and the dunes. Could I? And she? Fanny came by a couple of times. Bony old ghost of a whore. Couldn't do much. But I suppose it was better than a kick in the crutch. How do you manage, she asked, at your age? I told her I'd been saving up for her all my life. Oh, went to Vespers once. Like when I was in short trousers. Now the day is over. Night is drawing nigh. Shadows of the steel. Went to sleep and fell off the pew. Sometimes, at night in the dark, I wonder if a last effort mightn't. Finish your booze and get you off to bed. You could go on with this dribble in the morning. Or leave it. Leave it be. Lying propped up in bed, wandering. Christmas Eve, in the dingle. Oh, in the mist, gathering holly. Holly. Red-berried holly. Be again on Coggan Hill. Oh, on a Sunday, in the mist, with the bitch, listening for the church bells. Oh, oh. So on. Be again. Be again. All that misery. Once wasn't enough for you. Lie down across her.
said. I said again, I thought it was hopeless and no good going on, and she agreed, without opening her eyes. I asked her to look at me, and after a few moments, she did. But the eyes just slits because of the glare. I bent over her to get them in the shadow, and they opened. Let me in. We drifted in among the flags and stuck. The way they went down, sighing before the stem. I lay down across her with my face in her breasts and my hand on her. We lay there without moving. But under us, all moved and moved us. Gently, just up and down, from side to side. Past midnight. Never knew such happiness again. The earth might be uninhabited. Here I end this tape. Perhaps my best years are gone, when there was a chance of happiness. But I wouldn't want them back. Not with the fire in me now. No, I wouldn't want them back.